Warning number 1. This video is intended to help women or ladies. This video is not intended to be informative for men. So you are the type of male who is squeamish about the female anatomy, go ahead and click off of this video now. Warning number 2. This video is not for children, so if you are not of the age to know what birth control is or to be on birth control, go ahead and click off of this video now. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about birth control. There are many different types of birth control, and I know when you're first getting started, you don't even know where to begin or how to even decide. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the types of birth controls that there are, and then my experience with the 2 types that I have been on. So if you want to find out more, just keep on watching. Okay y'all, so disclaimer, I'm using natural lighting, so I may be in different spots throughout the video just because the sun moves, so I have to like stay within the sun's rays, if that makes sense. So yeah, just work with me. So I have some notes on my phone over here. I took down some information from Google just so that I can have some accurate information to give you guys about birth control, and then I'm going to apply the information to my personal experience and let you guys know kind of how it affected me. So for birth control, there are 5 types. There's the patch, the pill, the shot, the ring, and the implant or the IUD. The 2 types that I have been on was the patch, and I'm currently on the implant, the Mirena. So the Mirena is a convenient IUD and it's implanted into your cervix. Basically, they just put it in there and they use the same tool that they use for, a similar tool that they use for whenever you get a pap smear. The Mirena is very convenient, but I have to be honest y'all, I have had a lot of trouble with my Mirena. So with the IUD, it is also called the implant because it is implanted into your cervix. You can get it implanted either when you're on or off your cycle. I got mine when I was off of my cycle, and the reason that I did that is because my cycle is very irregular, and so I couldn't set an appointment with my actual doctor or gynecologist to get it implanted. So I went to a local place near my campus to get it implanted, and so I just went in to get a consultation, I thought, and she told me that I can get it implanted that day without being on my period, so that's what I did. However, I would definitely suggest trying to get it done on your cycle because it supposedly makes the process a lot less painful. And y'all, when I say that it is painful, it was the worst cramps. It's like the worst cramp you've ever felt in your life. It's literally like a mini version of a contraction because what is happening is opening your cervix like probably about that much, if not more. And so you literally feel that. And then after that, you still have cramping throughout that entire day or couple days. If you can get it on your cycle and it's less painful, I say go with that, just because for me, the process was not enjoyable at all. So one of the most common things that people want to know about when they're on birth control is about their cycle and what will it look like after they have started birth control. And so with the Mirena, your period really just up in the air. You really don't know what's going to happen. It literally can be anything. So, but most commonly what happens is someone's cycle will either diminish or get lighter or shorter or go away completely. Okay, so going into the most difficult part of this birth control for me, which has been my cycle. I got the Mirena put in May, and then it's now August, so I've had it for about 5 months. And so what I've seen was that when I first got the Mirena, my cycle became not shorter, but lighter. And so my flow wasn't as heavy. However, one of the biggest problems was that it became longer. So my flow was lighter, but it was a lot longer. So my period can be anything from 2 to 3 weeks. What I found was that when I'm on my cycle, it's a lot more intense. So my cramps are a lot more intense, my mood is more intense, and I've always had trouble with my cycle. And so I've always kind of felt sick sometimes, but this just made it a lot worse. And I really just feel like it's because my period is just so much longer that it has made the process harder for me. I also think that me being on my cycle for that long is something that just isn't healthy for my body, and I don't think it's healthy for my vaginal area, just because when you're on your period, your pH balance changes. And so when you're on it for so long, it can change the pH balance of your vaginal area completely. Lastly, about the Mirena, I have also saw a significant increase when it came to acne. My acne increased tremendously, and when I say acne, I'm talking about cystic, painful acne. And I found it in my chin area, in my boobs, and then I had some on my forehead. And so in my last couple videos, I talked about that I'm not wearing makeup is because one of the reasons is because my acne has just been completely just out of control. But I've actually found a way to kind of control it using some things that I was talking about in another video. But I have found a way to kind of control my acne. Now I'm just trying to really get rid of my scars. But I just don't like the fact that I had to deal with my acne just completely just going wild. Now guys, before you're like, Aaliyah, why are you still on it? I do not want to go through the experience of getting the implant taken back out. From my sister, she told me that it hurts coming in and it hurts going out, and so I just don't want to go through that again. I'd rather just keep it in, and I figured out how to control my acne, and I figured out I've kind of come to deal with the whole period cycle thing, but I just do not want to experience that pain because it was so traumatizing for me. So guys, before I had the Mirena, I had the patch. The patch is basically a hormone sticker. You can stick it in different places on your body. The instruction on the box lets you know where you can place it. This patch is a higher dose of hormone than the Mirena because you have to change it every week. So once you have used it up for the week, the box like has something that you can check it off, and then once you get to your last day, you just toss it and put a new one on. It has been said that the patch can harm people's skin. I didn't experience that. I also didn't experience any acne when I was on the patch, which is completely better than what I'm experiencing now. But back to the patch. The only problem that I did experience with the patch was that sometimes it would fall off if I went swimming or something like that, and then I would have to replace it. But there is an era when you have to do that. Really what I saw was that, so my patch would fall off and then I'll put another patch on, but I will start my cycle. So it'll be very, very, very light. But what happens is because you have put that patch on there, it has kind of halted your cycle. And so it's lighter, but it's longer. Kind of what I'm experiencing now. And that was the worst thing for me, but literally I'm back in the same boat, so like it sucks. But what I would suggest doing is that if it falls off, go ahead and let your cycle continue until it ends, then start a new one, just because I found that it was hard. If that would be a problem for you, definitely use protection and all the time. But when I'm talking about the patch and when it comes to the cycle, I would just, for me, this is what I would suggest doing if you don't want to be bleeding for such a long time, is go ahead and finishing your cycle out and then putting the patch back on after that. Be aware that when you start your cycle, if you've been on the patch for a long time, it's going to be intense, it's going to be heavy. And so what I experienced was that my cramps were worse because I hadn't had a period for so long. And so yeah guys, that was pretty much my experience with the 2 birth controls that I have had. This video is in no way to discourage or encourage someone to be on birth control. It is just simply providing the information and telling you my experience, but everyone's experience can be completely different. I know people that have totally different experiences than me on the same birth control. And so really just do your research, and it really is just a trial and error. And so what you're going to find out is how your body handles the hormone or the type of birth control that you're on. So like I said, just take what I'm saying as my experience and not as fact, because just because I had that experience doesn't mean you will. That is pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, hit a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that bell button so that you do not miss any of my videos. Also follow me here so that you will stay updated on when my videos drop. I post every Sunday and Wednesday, so you'll find out what I'm posting on my Instagram. So it's very important that you follow me there.